Gavin Newsom finally snapped when they didn't pick him for 2024, but he's learning from the master of the game and he's following the playbook to the T. And in this case, T stands for Trump. Let me show you how. Even though I'm a lawyer, I have to admit I'm not fully invested in this whole 2025 season of American politics because I don't really follow reality TV, and I don't like voting as if I'm a 90s gang member, I only vote for the blue or the red team. Listen, no one side has everything right. But since I've worked with politicians and I live in California, I'm seeing firsthand the fruits of Newsom's labor, especially all the laws that have been passed and the new political moves that he's been doing recently. From a legal standpoint, he's pivoted a lot more than many of you think. Now, given my small bit of legal knowledge, I want to ask you at the end of this video if you think Newsom is the new blue Trump. The first similarity between the two is their origin story, what I like to call the snap and switch. For those of you who don't remember, or maybe you weren't really aware, Trump was always a Democrat. He was always a Democrat. He donated to Democrats. He hung out with the Democrats. He has all these pictures with the Clintons. Remember he smoked Hillary in 2016? They were friends. He actually spoke out a lot against Republicans, including and especially George W. Bush, who happens to be the most recent Republican president before Trump. Now think about that. Trump was anti-Republican somewhat all the way up until he ran on a Republican ticket. So what changed? Trump wanted to win. That's what changed. Trump is not part of any political party. Trump is always Team Trump, okay? Now the same thing for our boy Gavin. Little Newsy was always a good little Democrat. The powers that be gave him San Francisco, and he ruled over the land, and he franchised his policies from San Francisco to the rest of the state of California. And for the past few years, he's been itching to expand the franchise. But then the Democrats didn't give him the 2024 presidential nomination. Everyone thought he was the guy to replace Biden and beat Trump because he's savvy, he could throw elbows, but he didn't get the prom king nomination, so good old Gavi snapped. Finally snapped. He stopped being a team player, which led him to step 2, going rogue. Now let's rewind a little bit. Trump was the original rogue in 2016. He was running as a Republican, but he kept hounding the other Republicans, and he said whatever he felt, whatever came to mind. He broke party lines on all sorts of issues, and they hated him for it. But the people loved it. Trump was tweeting all his thoughts all day, not vetting anything by the Republican Party. Trump didn't care about the party. He played for the people. And now we're seeing Gavin suddenly tweeting like crazy too, in all caps by the way, openly copying Trump's style. He says he's doing it to mock Trump, but he knows there's more to it than that. We all know that, okay? It's working. Gavin is going off the path of dignified politician because, well, a lot of politicians aren't really dignified, but he's taking the route of being real. Gavin is even going further than that. He's now saying he's gonna punch people. He's gonna punch everyone in the mouth, right? He's gonna punch Trump in the mouth. He's gonna punch the Texans in the mouth. He's using profanity. He's just pushing this whole street guy narrative, even though he's one of the richest people in the country, maybe the world. But that's exactly what Trump did. Remember, Trump was a self-proclaimed billionaire when he was running, okay? And he acted like such a street guy. He was like this New Yorker. The way he spoke, the way he made fun of his opponents. He seemed so unpolished. He seemed so real. And now Newsy is doing the same thing. Just the other day, he called a popular underground rapper gay. Well, he didn't really say it directly. He said the rapper was on Grindr, which is a gay dating app. Which is weird because Newsom used to be the mayor of San Francisco, which is the gay capital of our country, and now he's calling someone gay as an insult. The mask is peeling a bit. And then comes part 3. Gavin is doing his own campaign before the campaigns are really supposed to start. He's totally following Trump's playbook. Trump held his own rallies. Gavin is holding his own rallies. Trump had merch. Gavin has merch. Even a red hat. Trump had the MAGA slogan. Gavin has the Patriot slogan, okay? Gavin is making memes just like Trump used to make. He's making memes, the same thing. He's essentially like a content creator now, and it works. Gavin is appearing on podcasts, talk shows. He's even on Fox News, okay? These are things Trump did to win in 2016 and to win again in 2024. It's because Gavin understands what Trump understands. No publicity is bad publicity. Mr. Lawyer, how dare you say that Gavin is the new Trump? Have you even seen Gavin's policies? They're nothing like Trump. Are you sure? Summer of 2025, Trump is being criticized for deploying the National Guard in an attempt to crack down on crime across the US cities. That's not the purpose of the National Guard, they say. Summer of 2025, Newsom is doing the same thing, but with his version of the National Guard, the CHP, which is the state police. Now, the CHP is not supposed to be doing this. They're supposed to be doing highway traffic safety stuff. But now Newsom is sending them into the cities to solve petty crimes, violent crimes. That's not what the CHP is supposed to do. Redistricting. Trump starts talking about redistricting. Newsom's now talking about redistricting, even though he said he's going to punch the Texans in the mouth for that. Homeless encampments. For years, California had to allow encampments because of a lot of legal issues that I won't really go into here. It was one landmark case from Boise, Idaho that controlled the legal landscape, but Trump's Supreme Court overturned that ruling and allowed cities to restrict homeless encampments even more. Most liberal outlets hated that the Supreme Court did that. They're saying it's unfair, yada yada, but Newsom? He broke party lines. He's saying, great, now we can start cleaning up. Finally, we can start cleaning up. He's posting videos on the state website with like a little short video, okay? It's almost like a YouTube short, and he's showing people that he's doing what they want, and he's flaunting that he's going rogue. Very, very similar to an orange man in an Oval Office. And here's my favorite similarity. All these antics are getting Newsom a lot of attention on social media and traditional media, which is the ultimate pillar that got Trump to the endgame. But on screen, they both have signature moves, right? Trump talks with his hands, his palms out, right? And then like Newsom, he dances a bit. He thinks every question's a good question. That's a good question. That's a really good question. And I promise we're gonna get to the bottom of that. Actually, that's a great question. And we're gonna investigate to the bottom of that. And I doubt all these Newsom antics are sanctioned by the Democratic Party, but just like Trump, Gavin's goal is to become so big, so popular that the party has to nominate him to have their best chance at winning prom king, okay? He's acting like he already got the nomination because that's how he's gonna get the nomination. Fake it till you make it, baby. So is a Democrat version of Trump a bad thing? Is that something we want right now in our country? And if you hate both of them, think of it this way. Maybe two half-wits make a full-wit or something. But I'll tell you the reality. Neither of these guys is a half-wit. Both of them are very smart in how they play the media and the politics game. Put Trump 2.0 in the comments if you agree that Newsom is the blue Trump. And if Gavin keeps this steam engine going, I'm pretty sure he's going to be the candidate to become prom king, president.